Okay, our beloveds, it is go time. For those of you who have done your inner work, you can feel the momentum. And for those of you who have not, it's not there because you haven't built it yet. But we are about to launch many of you into a vastly different world, a vastly different experience, a vastly different projection of what life can look like because you have surrendered. When you surrender to us, the collective, the spirit teams who know, in quotes, what is best for you, because it really is you and not us, if we're honest, but it helps some of you to still distinguish between us and you. Yes, certain of you channel us, the collective us, but most of you simply connect to your higher self and the divine, but not necessarily to other dead spirits or energies because it's not your life's purpose at the most core level. We are here, and the volcano, literally and figuratively, is about to erupt and take you all to new heights. So many of you are worried about climate change and rising sea levels, which should be noted, but many of you are not looking to the new formation of land when aquifers of soil erupt. You look at geysers, right, which are created through a force of nature, but what is it underneath the soil, the unseen, that creates this? And it is the lava, the magma, the heat or source within Mother Earth that moves and shifts and melts things. And there will be certain parts or regions of the world where the magma aquifers will erupt. So does this mean Yellowstone is going to erupt? Not necessarily. There are still lots of different exit paths for this expression of release to present itself, but it will, much believe it or not, will be under the water in the oceans because it is the safest place and space for these eruptions to occur without harming man or humanity. But it would also shift the rising sea levels as well as create new lands and spaces, whether it reaches above sea level or remains below. But it will change the natural geographic imprint of Mother Earth. And as you all know, whenever something changes, something else changes. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So when there's a shift in one area, it naturally forces a shift elsewhere. So what does this mean for humanity as new lands are formed under the sea? It will mean that new opportunities for growth will arise, that there will be new species birthed in one form or another. It matters not specifically what it is, and that life will once again change. But for those of you who are really in tune with your own inner being, you too will feel these eruptions within your soul because it's time. You want to create your own imprint and land formations of sorts within this expression of self. And for those of you who are so tuned into Mother Earth and its expression, you too will mirror, because isn't that at the end of the day what we all present and represent? A mirror for one another and ourselves, if we're honest. So simply look around you and find new lands to conquer and not those that have been conquered by others. Actually create new lands instead of subduing or killing others in the name of expanding your own empire. It matters. Your mindset, your desire matters. So instead of stealing someone else's job opportunity or housing opportunity or life experience, why not create something from new, from scratch? It is where humanity is now, to find a new imprint that has never existed before and to birth it. It may be in the form of new children. It may be in the form of new businesses. It may be in the form of new adventures. And it may be in the form of new belief systems where you now accept transgenders as being a part of the imprint. It comes from a space of allowing activists to come forth and to demand better treatment for those marginalized communities that you have overlooked and misrepresented, if we're honest. And then just allow the Aquarian imprint to ripple out like a pebble dropped in a body of still water. You will not know what you know until you know it, because you don't know it right now. And until the ripples of time come to your particular land or seashore, it will make no sense. And so we shall not bother you with what it can and will look like. Just know that everything is beginning to shift and that the sand upon which you stand is sinking and is shifting because the sea levels are rising. And that also means that the ebbs and the flows due to the moon's pull shall also impact where the seashores reside and remain. Find your piece of high ground so that you too can create your new futures, because rising sea levels are guaranteed, but where and when is not. So just find higher ground, whether it is within your soul or within the literal imprint of humanity's expression of housing. Just find it in a way that feels peaceful and loving, and then trust that the rest will work itself out in the most harmonious and beneficial way to protect humanity as you all move to new heights where your belief systems and dreams and experiences will come from a vibration of love and not hatred and distrust. It just takes a cleansing of sorts before you all can arrive on the seashore of this new land called Nirvana. Finding yourself shouldn't be this difficult, but it is, because you have hidden yourselves from yourselves for too long, because you were merely trying to survive to even get to this point of self-discovery. And if you had not suppressed so much of what it feels like to really be alive, you would never have survived, because it truly was survival of the fittest to a certain extent up until now. And now, for the first time, our beloveds, you get to really move into that vibration of trust and love and fear not anymore. It is your time to survive and thrive and create a new world within this new energetic imprint, while you wait for the rest of humanity to show up as well when they are ready to believe in something miraculous and magical. being available for each and every one to tap into. Jesus no more. It is the self-love within you that Jesus is asking you to ignite. No longer look outside of yourself for the Savior. Find it within by connecting to that inner knowing of what Jesus looks and feels like in the outer world. And in doing so, you will inspire your own spittoon to become your piss pot. And so it is. Namaste.